Hey guys, Matt here. This is my review of Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Now this movie is directed by Brad Bird, who previously directed Ratatouille and The Incredibles, and this movie stars Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Paula Patton, and Jeremy Renner with Michael Nyqvist. Now the plot this time around is the Kremlin, which is like the White House in Russia, gets bombed, and the Russians and Americans don't know who to blame, so the president decides to put the blame on the IMF, or the Impossible Mission Force. And so all the IMF agents, including Ethan and his gang, are cut off and they lose all support and all contact. So it's up to them to find out the truth behind the bombing. Now, going into this movie, my only hope was that it'd be better than Mission Impossible 3, because in my opinion that's not the best in the series. I felt the same way when I went to go see the movie Saw 6. I was hoping it would be better than the fifth one. And I can proudly say that Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol is probably the best in the series. It was just like Fast 5, where I thought, okay, another sequel, but then I was blown away by it. And I really like Mission Impossible 2, but this new one takes the cake. As far as the acting goes, Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, perfect. He's the perfect guy for that role. Unfortunately, I think his character has had a long enough run, and I don't think he'll be in the next movie, maybe as a cameo. But his character has done enough in the franchise, in my opinion. And it was awesome because Tom Cruise does his own stunts in this movie, and I can say he gets banged up in this movie. Simon Pegg as the comic relief, great job in this movie. It was good to see him again. The interaction between him and the other characters is just hilarious. The beautiful Paula Patton as the female sidekick who has her own little subplot in the movie. She played her role really well. She was like the tough chick, so she did a good job. And then Jeremy Renner as the somewhat newcomer to the group. He may or may not be taking over the franchise in the next couple of movies, if they do any more. But he did a good job. I'm really looking forward to seeing him in The Avengers as Hawkeye. He did a good job with the comedy and the action. And then you have the villain in the movie, Michael Nyqvist. I think that's how you say his name. He played Mikhail Blomkvist in the original Girl with the Dragon Tattoo trilogy, and I liked him as the bad guy because he wasn't this big, tough, strong villain who just beat up people and wanted power. He was intelligent, and his goal was pretty much to wipe out everyone on the Earth and see where civilization goes from there. He was very intelligent, and he didn't say much, but he didn't have to. And the reason why I love the Mission Impossible movies are the gadgets. Just like the James Bond movies, the gadgets, to me, are a big portion of what makes the movies so exciting. And there are tons of gadgets in this movie. Unfortunately, there was one gadget that wasn't exactly used by the group. You'll see what I mean. But still, the gadgets were incredible, and there's a lot of things where I was like, wow, that was awesome. If only that exists in real life, or if I only knew about them. This movie was awesome. The action was great. I also liked in this movie how every time the team tried to attempt a mission or an objective, I love how it wasn't like your other Mission Impossible movies or James Bond movies in the past where everything has worked to a T, and they accomplished the mission every time. I like how something bad would happen, and it would set them back, but then they would try again, and then something else would happen, and they'd try again. So I really liked it. There was practicality there, but some of the stunts and action, was a little impractical, but it didn't matter, because it was still entertaining. It still made you go, oh! So this movie was funny, very funny. It had awesome action sequences that made you bite your nails and scoot to the edge of your seat. Even the music was pretty cool. I liked the opening with the fuse lighting sequence. That was very reminiscent of the old Mission Impossible TV show in the late 60s and 70s, which, if you guys haven't seen, give it a watch, because it's really, really good. It's like a James Bond movie, but instead of one person accomplishing a mission, you have a team of guys, which is why I always loved the Mission Impossible franchise, right below James Bond, though. So, this new movie was awesome. It brought me back to Fast 5 once again. I just left the theater going, wow, that was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So, from a rating of a 1 to a 5, this one's tough. You can give it anywhere from a 4 to a 4.5. Yeah, somewhere in there. So, YouTubers, Facebook friends, your missions, should you choose to accept them. Go see Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. So, till next time guys, see ya.